commencement, and then hopefully you'll be better for coming. Okay, we'll get the tip to that. So basically, commencement will be held on Saturday, May the 5th, here on campus. We will not be at the Scope this year because of a conflict there. So the commencement ceremony will be held in the football stadium, in William Dick Price Football Stadium. Tickets are not needed for the football stadium. So, yes. So those of you who know the words of prayer, start praying them now so that we will not have rain. The only time that tickets will be implemented is if we have to move the ceremony to Eccles Hall. As you know, Eccles Hall is not as large as the stadium. The capacity for the stadium is 32,000. The capacity of Eccles for the commencement setup is 3,600. Okay? So that means only a small number of tickets will be allotted to the graduates for guests if we have to move inside. But we do everything humanly possible to keep the ceremony outside so that as many of your guests can attend and see you graduate. So how we handle the rain plan is as such. We follow the weather that whole week consistently. If it looks like it's going to be clear, then we got a thumbs up. If it looks like it has been a rain washout all week, we will probably make the rain call early. If it's where it's raining maybe Thursday, Friday, and no rain on Saturday, we continue to monitor all through the night the rain schedule, and then at 6 o'clock in the morning, commencement morning, we make the rain call. So that is a conversation between me, President, the Vice President for Finance and Administration, Chief of Police, as to the best scenario for the ceremony. And we try to make it as late as possible because that will impact the number of people that you can actually have in Eccles. So what we do is, if it's a 6 o'clock rain call in the morning, we send out a campus announcement, we send out the campus alert, we update all of our social media channels, we send the information out on the website so that will let you know that the ceremony has been moved. But we try not to make that decision early because we know that you really want as many people as you can to actually be in participation. I cannot tell you right now how many tickets you will be allotted because it depends on the size of the graduation class, but it will probably be around the 6 mark. That's it. Yes, 6. The May commencement is traditionally a larger commencement. So because if we have a graduating class of 600 divided by 3,600, 6. So 6, and we have to make sure we can allow them for every graduate. Because of that, there will be no extra tickets. We're not doing tickets distribution on commencement morning, and it will be your responsibility to get your 6 tickets to your VIP 6. So you have to determine who's going to be your VIP. We will not have any extras to give, okay? So that is the worst case scenario. Right now, the ceremony is in the stadium, and anyone can come into the stadium. The only time we will have to implement the 6 ticket rule is if we have to move the ceremony inside, and that decision will be made at the very last possible minute to try to get the weather to cooperate with us, okay? So I will go over some other commencement details after everyone else has made their announcements. But I wanted to get that information up to you first so that you can process. So now we're going to get you to the point of graduating, and so now we're going to have the registrar's representative come forward.
everybody. My name is Sonia Haynes, and I am half of the graduation audit team here at Norfolk State in the registrar's office. Miss Linda Jones over there is the other half. Starting December, with December's commencement. Before, here at Norfolk State, you would put in your application, your department would send it over, and you would be able to participate based on the fact that the courses that you needed to complete your program were in progress. Well, we found out that a lot of students did not complete those requirements, and commencement actually happened before the grades, so this was only discovered after the fact. And so we did have a couple issues with people and not telling their parents the truth, and so it was just not the right thing to do. So starting with December, only students who are degree conferred, that means that you have passed all of your classes that are required for your program. Only the degree conferred people will be allowed to participate in commencement. As it is now, if for some reason some students have chosen to take courses as cross-registration or plan on transferring courses in from another institution, that could cause a problem for you, because we have, for seniors, in order to have your degrees conferred before commencement, there is a senior grade deadline. The other institutions are under no obligation to give you your exam early so that you can meet the Norfolk State deadline. And you as a student, being a Norfolk State student, you have to adhere to our deadline in order to have your degree conferred. So as it is now, let me find the date. April 25th is the senior grade due date. So just want to let you know, the registrar's office does not enter grades. So when you're looking at your online and you're looking at your grades and whatnot, and you see that a grade has not been entered, please do not call the registrar's office. You need to contact your instructor. The instructors are the ones who enter the grades, not the registrar's office. That deadline is a solid deadline, so be proactive and make sure that your stuff is taken care of, because we have to have that deadline in order to get those degrees conferred. The degree conferral process, oh God. The degree conferral process will start after that April 25th date, so probably on the 27th. We have to have all degrees conferred by May 2nd. May 2nd, you will receive an email sent to your Norfolk State student email only, letting you know if your degree has been conferred or not. When you get that email basically tells you that you've been conferred and that you will be eligible to participate in the commencement. Anything after that date, we can't do anything for you, so that's it. Once we send those emails out on the 2nd, those are the only people who will participate. There will be no clearing, no paperwork submitted from anybody that will be looked at in order to participate in that ceremony. Okay, and that's basically it. If your applications, you turned your applications into your departments, where the deadline that was posted was the 19th. The departments had till February 2nd to get those applications into the registrar's office. Once we started processing and entering your applications into the system, emails were sent and generated. So you need to check your email. If you don't get your emails from Norfolk State directly to your phones, you probably need to take care of that. If you don't check your emails daily, you need to do that, because that is the only means of communication that you're going to get from the registrar's office regarding anything pertaining to graduation. So once your application is received, you will receive an email from the registrar, Mr. Carpenter, informing you that your application has been received and to look forward for the next steps. So anything, again, will be communicated through your email. Do you have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
So are we not going to know if we're graduating until May 2nd?
By May 2nd, you will know if you passed all of your classes, And May 2nd is when we will notify you of your being able to participate in the ceremony.
Okay, and all instructors are advised that grades are to be put in by the 25th.
Yes, ma'am.
You will write.
Yes, ma'am. That's universally, that's known, that was posted by the university, and they know. If they don't adhere to them, you go to the instructor, go to their department, but there's nothing, the registrar's office does not dictate to the instructors. All we can do is give them their deadlines. They don't report directly to us. Yes, sir.
So for those instructors that may, for whatever Dr. Reed may not adhere to that guideline, then we're going to go to the thing. But if the grades are supposed to be due out fit, and you say that that's a strict policy, wouldn't that automatically just not?
That's right. So you have to be proactive to make sure they do what they're supposed to do. We can't do anything about it if an instructor does not report your grade.
So then you wouldn't, so in situations like those, shouldn't we just go ahead and go to the provost at that point?
I can't tell you who to go to. I would advise you to contact the instructor. I'm not gonna say to go to provost or anything like that. Contact the instructor to see what you can do with your instructor. If you can't get to the instructor, then you go to your department chair. There is a chain of command. The provost doesn't, you could get it resolved at that level.
Okay.
Can I say?
Mhm.
She's exactly right. There's a chain of command. So you start with your instructor first. If you don't get a response from your instructor, then go to your department chair. If you don't get a response there or resolution, go to the dean. And then as the last result, you can go to the provost and or the president. But we want you make sure that you respect the chain of command. And it may get resolved in that level once you start getting up to your department chair or your dean of your school.
So at this point, we just want to, I just want to tell you to concentrate on your studies. You've made it this far, concentrate on your studies, do what it is that you have to do to pass your classes, and then we'll all be together on May 5th. Yes, Mr. Jones?
So those grades, will be posted on Blackboard officially for that.
Wherever your grades are normally posted. Wherever you normally look at your grades. All righty, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Sandra Riggs. I am the bursar. I'm over the student accounts in the cashier area. And what we're responsible for is for collecting all of your commencement charges, your commencement fees, and making sure that you have a zero balance on your account by the end of the semester, and any other financial obligations that you may have to the university. So what we do is we get a list from the registrar's office of all the people that have applied for graduation. We put the charge on your account for the $30 application fee and for the $130 graduation fee. The $130 graduation fee is required regardless of whether you intend to participate or not. As far as marching across the stage, you still have to pay the $130. So those are required fees. If you do not graduate for whatever reason, if something happens and you do not participate in this commencement, then we can take that $130 off and it'll be charged on when you do participate in commencement the next time around. We place holds on students' accounts for any kind of balances that they have, and we kind of do that toward the end of the semester. So sometime toward the end of April, anybody that has a balance on their account for parking, for library funds that we're aware of, for your student account, any unpaid bills at all, we place a hold on the account so that you can't see your grades, you can't see your account, or anything like that. If you have any questions regarding your account or any kind of charges or any kind of holds that are on your account, you can either call the student accounts office at the 823-9293 number, or you can send an email to studentaccounts@nsu.edu, and somebody will follow up with you regarding any kind of question that you have about your account. But we do place holds on the accounts, and we monitor, once we start with this group for commencement, we monitor the accounts to make sure that you don't have any parking, that you don't have any fines or anything on your account or balance, because at graduation or at the commencement ceremony, as soon as it's over, you will be able to pick up your diploma, which is something that they just started in December. It's the first time that students can go directly from the ceremony and then pick up the diploma or their degree. And so everything has to be cleared in order for you to be able to pick that up. That includes for us as well the Perkins, if you have a Perkins loan on your account, that exit interview must be done. If you have a Virginia State student loan that you've acquired over time, the exit must be done for both of those as well. Anything at all, any small balance, it doesn't matter how big or small, large it is, will keep you from picking up your degree after the ceremony. And there will be a hold placed on the account. Does anybody have any questions for me? Yes, sir.
Does the commencement fee cover like cap and gown?
No, caps and gowns are separate. The commencement fee covers the actual ceremony, the speaker, all of the things that come along with that ceremony. So it does not cover caps and gowns, they're separate. And the bookstore, I think, is going to go over that for you. Hello.
Okay, so for the cap and gown, if you have money on your Spartan card, if you have Spartan bucks, can you
You
pay
can
for it
use
that
it.
way?
You can. Yeah, it's just like any other purchase at the bookstore. Yes, ma'am.
Could you explain again what you was talking about, loan?
The loan, he's getting ready to come up, loan question. Yeah.
Okay.
She had a question.
Okay, all right. Any other thing for me? Okay, thank you.
Oh, yes.
Whoops.
That's fine.
You sure?
Okay.
Or you feel free to see me afterwards or come by student accounts. We'll be glad to answer any questions for you.
Good afternoon, how y'all doing? All right. My name is Mr. Gladden from the financial aid office. There is a mandatory exit loan counseling for everybody who has student loans. Only the federal loans from the FAFSA, not the Parent Plus loan, not a private loan. Subsidized, unsubsidized loan, the Perkins loan, the Virginia State student loan, it's mandatory. So if you don't attend, it can possibly hold your degree if you don't attend the sessions. The sessions are listed on every Wednesday in April, the 4th, the 11th, the 18th, the 25th. The location is actually room 205 in the Induction Building. It says 101, but it will be correct, it's 205. You will get an email and it will be listed online with the correct room. There is a mandatory session that you come to with me. I'll talk about loan, repayment, cancellations, different ways to have your loans forgiven. There's also an online counseling as well. You go to studentloans.gov. I will send an email out about that. Myself will be doing the counseling for the 1 o'clock, the 2 o'clock session, and the 5:30, 6:30 session. The Perkins loan is by Mr. Johnson. He'll do that session from 3 to 5. If you have any questions, my phone number is listed, my email address is listed. Like I said, it's mandatory. I won't hold you for a short period of time, maybe just 45 minutes, a little less than an hour, and it will be helpful for you guys to attend. If you have any questions, please let me know. Any questions? Question, right?
So if you have the direct loan and the purchase loan, you have to go to both of those sessions? So you go a 1 to 2 and then a 3 to 5, or 3 to 5 minutes, 6:30, you go to both?
You have to go to both. You have to just one session. So if you have just a session with me for the sub and unsub loan, just come to one of my sessions. It's one of those dates. If you have a Perkins loan or Virginia State student loan, you go to one of those dates as well. So you could go from the 1 to 2 o'clock session and you go to 3 to 5 session. And that's the only session you want to go to, just for one for me and one for that loan only. Question, right?
So will an email be sent out basically saying like that you're required to go to both or one or?
It will be an email from financial aid, and it will be an email from student accounts. The email from financial aid will come from myself in my office about this direct federal loan, for the sub and unsub loan, and then Mr. Johnson or Ms. Thompson will send an email out for the Perkins or Virginia State student loan. The Virginia State student loan, the Perkins loan, is probably a very small amount of students who have it. It may only be maybe 100 students who have that loan out of the 600 graduates. My loan would probably be 600 graduates, probably these 500 or so people may have that loan. But most people have a federal loan, unless you have a scholarship or you pay for college on your own. Any other questions? Questions?
What is a Perkins loan? Is that like a?
It's a separate federal loan that you would have received. If you had a Perkins loan, you probably wouldn't remember it because you have to do a counseling with a person before you got it. You sat down with probably Miss Candace Thompson the first time you borrowed, and you went over some things, talked to her. You probably would definitely know. If you don't know what it is, she will email you and remind you you have to do the counseling with her before you actually graduate.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, thank you guys.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations. My name is Noelle Cook. I'm the Assistant Director of Annual Giving, and we are housed in the Melvin and Patricia Stith Alumni House across the street from Scott Dozier. I'm talking to you about your senior toast. So the senior toast is always the Thursday before graduation, so May 3rd at 6 p.m. Something new that we're doing this year, we've normally been in the Student Center 138, but this year we're going to have a 10 on the Spartan Greens, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. So it's going to be at night this year, instead of during lunchtime at noon, and you do still have to have tickets, and so you will be able to have 2 guests with you. And so we will send out an email when the tickets are available. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to give us a call or email us. Does anyone have any questions? Yes. 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 It's still, even though it's not in here, we still have a limited amount of space outside because it is underneath of a tent. And we do ask that you all are in business dress, and we will provide you all with refreshments and hors d'oeuvres. Yes.
So even if the child doesn't take up the seat, they need a ticket? Yep.
Yes. For the people that's online, the questions have been, do you need a ticket for children who are young? Yes, you do. Yes.
It's not required, is it?
No, it is not required. Any other questions?
How much is that?
How much do the tickets cost?
Tickets are free for the senior toast.
And the guests?
Yes. There's no cost for the senior toast.
Do you dress up? Do you have to dress up like this?
Yes, please be in business dress. Yes.
What the nursing students taking into consideration, because that's the same time as our students ceremony.
We weren't aware of that. Please tell me when you're finished. Any other questions? Yes. Or does he just have his phone up?
Anyone have any other questions?
Okay, thank you all.
Good afternoon, everybody. And a very big congratulations to all of you. All of your late night study sessions have finally paid off, so hang in there, finish strong. My name is Candace Large. I have the great privilege to be your bookstore manager. And this is Ashley Mason. She is our bookstore operations manager. And we are here to talk to you tonight about the academic attire. So for graduation, if you plan to participate, you do have to wear a cap and gown. And the cap and gown that we will have for sale through the bookstore is the only one that you'll be able to wear to the graduation, because that is the one that has been selected and approved by the university. So don't try to wear your high school graduation regalia, your cap and gown from another university. Those aren't going to work. We want everybody to all look the same in the uniform. You are able to borrow cap and gown from a friend that may have previously graduated from Norfolk State, but I would say be very cautious about that, because the size of the gown goes based on your height. So you'll want to borrow from someone who's about the same height as you, so the gown's going to fit you properly. And then also, you want to make sure that whoever you're borrowing from, they've earned the same degree that you're going to earn, because you'll want to make sure you have the correct hood color for your degree. And in order to be able to purchase your cap and gown, you must have submitted your graduation application. So what will happen when you either come to grad fair or when you come to the bookstore to purchase your cap and gown, we will confirm that you have petitioned to participate in the ceremony, because the registrar will provide us with a list of students that have done so. If for whatever reason you're not on that list, we unfortunately cannot sell you your cap and gown, and you'll need to meet with the registrar to find out what's going on with that. And you will be able to start purchasing your cap and gown at our graduation fair, which is going to be on Thursday and Friday. It's going to be March 15th and 16th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's going to be here in this room as well as the one right next door, so 138 B and C. And after the grad fair, we will be selling the cap and gowns in the bookstore. So if for some reason you're not able to make it to the graduation fair, you can stop at the bookstore to purchase those. And if for whatever reason you can't get to campus at all to be able to purchase your cap and gown, there will be a website available for you to order from. The only thing with that is that when you order online, there is a $15.95 shipping and handling fee. And that website to order online, it's going to go live on the first day of grad fair, so that Thursday, and it will be live through April 1st. And then at the grad fair, you're also going to be able to get customized graduation announcements, invitations, class rings, and purchase diploma frames as well. And included in the cap and gown package that you will purchase from the bookstore, it's going to be your cap, the gown, the hood, and the tassel. And the hood that you wear, it corresponds with the degree that you're earning. And the hood colors can be found in the commencement booklet, which is going to be posted it's going to be posted online on the Norfolk State website. The price for the bachelor set, that includes those 4 pieces, it's $83.98, and for the master set, it is $91.98. We brought a set with us here today, that way we can let you guys take a look at it so you'll know what you're getting, and that way you can take a look at the hood, and that way you'll be wearing it properly. So Ashley's going to go over that with us.
So, basically, so when, yesterday was undergrad, what we have, I'm guessing, I know some grads. This is a master's gown this is a master's package I have right here. So, basically, inside any package that you get, it's going to come with, thank you, a cap, a gown, a tassel, a cap, a gown, a tassel, and a hood. She's just going to show you the cap and the tassel at the moment. Basically, if you're not graduating honors, and this is for undergrad, if you're not graduating honors, you're going to stick to a black tassel. Do not wear the souvenir tassel that we provide you with free of purchase at the bookstore. You can't walk across stage with that. That's the cap. It comes in 2 sizes. We'll go over that with you at the bookstore. Right here is the hood, and that's what we're talking about. That's the difference between if you were graduating from high school and you're graduating from here at Norfolk State. You have to have the hood. We know the colors. You can always look at the commencement booklet online if you want to NSU.edu to find the color for your degree. But right here, this is music right here. Everybody's different, nursing, all that. We have the different colors. Also, and then on the inside, when we say that you can use someone else's gown that graduated from here or whatnot, the differences with the hood is inside is green and gold, the color of the school. So you can't necessarily go and borrow someone's hood from ODU or anywhere else because the inside colors will not be the same as it was for Norfolk State. And that will be noticeable at commencement and even at rehearsal when you do take your hood there with you. Try to refrain and just buy from the bookstore if you can. And we're there. If you have any questions, just come to the window. We'll answer the questions for you, to help you if it, comes to any issues. And then right here is just the gown. And like I said, this is a master's gown right here. And it's just the difference with the master's gown. If you are graduating as grad, you will have to purchase a gown because it's totally different from the bachelor's one. I call them bat wings, but I'm curious that's what it's called. But they don't have that for the bachelor's gown. So, and then the packaging prices they're discounted. If you were to purchase any of these separately for a bachelor's, it would come over $83.98 if you purchase everything separately, or even just 2 pieces. A hood by itself can go for $57 if you just brought a hood because you were borrowing your friend's gown and cap. You can pay an extra $30 and get everything included. and on top of that, a souvenir tassel and keychain. So those are everything that comes inside the package, and that goes from Batch Associates. Oh, that's another thing. If you are getting an associate's degree, please let us know in time because we have to order a special hood for you. So just come to the bookstore, let us know, and then when it comes in, we'll give you, we'll let you know you can pay then, okay? Other than that, that's everything that comes in the package for the regalia.
Something else I would add, if for some reason you decide to borrow your cap and gown from a friend, don't hesitate to just stop by the bookstore and let us take a look at it with you to make sure that it fits you properly and that you have all of the right pieces. And for those of you that are graduating with honors, we will have the honor stoles available for sale in the bookstore as well. The price on those, they're $36.98, and it's important to note that you have to have a 3.0 GPA from your last completed semester. So not including what you're currently doing or where your GPA is currently at. It's got to be the last completed semester in order for you to be eligible to purchase that. And the registrar gives us a list of those students as well to know who's able to buy those. Lastly, we just encourage you guys to buy your stuff early. You know, you work hard for your degree, so don't show up to graduation unprepared. Thank you.
If you guys can, I know it's hard for people to hear what's going on. I know we have the microphone. I understand there may be some things that you're surprised about, but we are here to help, to talk to you. There's always the commencement, the word commencement at nsu.edu email that you can express any concerns. You can actually talk to us afterwards. But I know people may have a class after this, so if we can, just to make sure that you guys get all the information, just to kind of hold some of the comments, and that way everybody can hear what's going on, and we'll make sure we address any concerns that you have afterwards, or you can send us an email.
Is there a difference in the hood color if your color for the hood is the same for the graduate students? Is there a difference in that, or is it just?
There's not usually a difference in the color based on the degree, but there is a difference in the size of the hood. So the bachelor's hood is smaller than the master's hood.
What color shoes do we have to wear?
I'm getting to all that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm getting to that next, yes.
You said the gown, the cap, and the hood is $83.98.
Yes, that's correct.
And if we have an honors, tassel, then that's separate?
Yes.
How much is that again? You said 30-something, I don't know.
Oh, for the stole, sorry, I thought you said tassel. The stole
I'm
by
sorry.
itself is $36.98.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Any other questions for us? Yes, ma'am.
How much is the tassel?
The tassel by itself, I believe, is $9.98. Yeah, it's $9.98.
Why that's not in the package?
Anything else for us? Thank you, guys.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the day of dress and decorum. So this is a formal event in that jeans and tennis shoes are not appropriate. This is business, so we are uniformed in the cap and gown, but underneath we need to be uniformed as well. The color is black. Black underclothes, as far as your dress or pants or whatever you desire to wear. Black shoes. And let me suggest, ladies, that you be very conscientious on your heel width and height, because you are climbing up a stage and you're walking across the field. So it's very easy for your heels to sink into the ground. And it's also very easy for you to trip going up and down the steps. I'm not exaggerating. This will be my 23rd commencement that I have done. And every year, we've had somebody either trip up or trip down. And then especially when you're out on the football field, that is not a space that you are really accustomed to walking on. So your heels can easily get stuck and trapped into the turf. So I just ask you to be mindful if you want to wear your 6-inch platforms, you might want to reduce that to 3, okay? Just be cognizant. You can save that for your party afterwards. But black dress or pants, black shoes, that goes for the men as well, black slacks, black shoes. This is a shirt and tie event, so white shirt or black shirt. Neckties are appropriate. Now, since it is May, and it will be hot, we ask that you just adjust, okay? But again, please have clothes on underneath. A slip is not appropriate by itself. We've had that before where people want to just wear a slip under their robe. No, because again, you're going up the steps. So if there's a gush of wind and your robe starts to fly and everybody sees all your goodness. So let's be mindful of the attire. Also, let's not wear the micro mini dresses because again, you're going up the steps. So we want to make sure that you are presentable at all times. We want you to keep everything at a minimal. I know we are excited, but we keep everything, jewelry and all of the extra, extra color hair, extra color other things. Let's keep that to a minimal and save that for your party afterwards, okay? Anything else about, yes, sir.
All right, so look.
I already see, tell me.
If you hit me with the email May 2nd saying I can graduate and all my stuff is straight and I do not wear black, they can hear me. I do not wear black. Y'all will say you cannot walk at all. Man, so I have a question.
So this is the thing. This is why we are telling you now. You have 3 months to get the right attire. Don't be defiant. You have 3 months to get the right attire because this is about the class of 2018 and not just one member of that class. So we have to be respectful for each other. That's what we're saying. Save your other outfit for your party. You have to be considerate of the other 600 that are graduating. It'll be about your one at your party before or after. Thank you. Thank you.
Can we get the decorate our caps?
Yes, we're going to talk about cap decorating. You can come on now because we're going to talk about cap decorating. Yes.
All right, I kind of came into the meeting late.
Yes.
What's the thing going on with stoves?
The stoves. Okay, good. Thank you for telling me this. The only approved stoles that you can wear as a part of your academic regalia are if you are an honors graduate or if you are an athlete. The Greek fraternities and sororities, they are not approved for being worn outside of your regalia. Now, if you have it on underneath your robe, that's fine. But we've had a person that they were coming across the stage with all of that on, and the president would not give him his degree until he tucked it in because that was not the approved academic regalia. Okay? So, and I was there. He stood there at attention until that student put his stole inside of his robe. So we're very serious about that. Afterwards, you can take it out and do whatever you want. But before the ceremony, that is what's approved. Your honor stoles, which includes any medallions that you may have, the cords, gold key. I know gold key is one that has cords. Some of the Demas graduate students have medallions. Those are approved, and student athletes, the athlete stoles are approved. All others must be hidden. Yes.
So are we getting our degrees the day of graduation?
Yes. Immediately after ceremony is complete, you will leave the campus with your degree in hand unless you have a hold. That's why we want to make sure that you clear up any type of financial obligations, any parking, any library fines, any outstanding balances, or anything like that. That will be the only thing that will prevent you from walking away without your degree that day. Yes. Did I miss somebody over here? Okay. Any other questions about attire? Because we're going to talk about caps decorating. Okay.
I
All right, guys, so about your caps. The first deadline that we have will be March 21st. The second deadline will be April 6th. And then we will have a cap it off event on the pre-exam breakfast. So what'll happen for the cap it off event, we'll actually provide materials for you all to kind of decorate on paper how you would want your cap to look. As far as caps go, you have to have your cap approved by us, like how you plan to have it decorated by us before you pay anybody to decorate your cap. Because if your cap is different from what we have approved, you will not be able to wear it during commencement ceremony. Okay?
So who do we take it to?
So you'll turn in your caps upstairs on the 3rd floor to student activities.
Okay.
After you complete your decoration worksheet.
Okay.
Are there any questions?
You go back to the date.
The first deadline, I believe we have is, let me double check. Okay, it's March 23rd, and then the cap it off event, the April 26th, I believe that's the pre-exam breakfast. So that's when you'll actually be able to, like, sit down with, I guess, like your friends or whomever, and actually decorate the paper and turn it in to us. Like Kendra and myself will be there present to collect the paper.
So, for the first deadline, that's for the first form you gotta fill out?
Yes, so you'll be able to turn in your first form. If for whatever reason we do not approve of it, you'll be able to turn it in for the next deadline. But if everything is set and go for the first deadline, after you turn it in, you'll receive an email from Kendra and myself confirming.
So is it a form or a sketch?
It's kind of a sketch, but you will be required to fill out some extra information, like your name, your email, ways for us to contact you to let us know, like, or to let you know about your cap. So everything, just keep checking your emails because we'll make the forms available upstairs in student activities. So you guys can pick them up there and turn them in there. And then Kendra and myself will pick them up and we'll look over them and then you'll be emailed your confirmation on if your cap is approved. So before you pay anybody, please make sure your cap decoration is approved. Because once it's paid for, like that. Did you have another question, Ashley?
Yeah, for the first deadline, will you guys be picking like the forms up on like a weekly basis, or are you picked up on the 23rd?
No, we'll pick them up as they come in.
And I have another question. Does our cap have to be decorated at the cap it off event?
No. No, you can decorate it. That's just when the last deadline to turn it in will be for approval. So if it's not in by that date and you don't have like a confirmation, then you cannot decorate your cap.
Okay.
So the 23rd, submit your design. So the form will be emailed to you, or you can pick it up in student activities. You have your design of whatever you want your cap to say, but it cannot have things hanging from it. It has to be contained on the cap, and it also can't be higher than a certain amount of inches. So it's all of that. If you miss the first deadline, you have until the cap it off event, the 26th, to submit your second design. Also, the cap it off event is if you want to get together with whomever your friends and decorate your cap together. We're just providing an opportunity for you to decorate your cap together. But any approved or any caps that have not been approved, we have somebody at commencement that's actually checking caps. And we'll swap it out. We got checks and balances all over this place, okay? So we will actually, those who have caps have been approved, they will receive a wristband that says it's been approved. If you don't have a wristband, we swap it out. Okay? Any questions about cap decorating? Yes, sir.
So can I have different fabrics on the cap?
Yes, as long as it falls within the specifications. Like you can't have, green stuff that hanging all the way down to your shoulders and stuff like. It has to be contained.
We'll be sure to put all the rules on the worksheet that you all receive to do your design for your cap. So all the rules will be listed for what you have.
So all of the specifications, the rules and regs about decorating will be listed on your form. So you need to make sure you check your email, and you also stop by student activities on the 3rd floor to pick up your form and to submit your form. okay? All right, so the last couple of things, we want to make sure commencement day, you need to make sure you have your student ID. That's always important because we are checking you multiple times. You need to bring that, make sure you bring your cap, your tassel, your hood, your gown, and that you're dressed appropriately. We will provide continental breakfast for you. The locations will be determined, but we do provide that for the graduates on commencement morning. And we also provide water for you at the field because it's hot, okay? You will have name card pickup starting at 7 o'clock in the morning at the football stadium. And then the ceremony will start at 9:30 with your academic processional. And we plan to be done by 12 o'clock. My goal is by 11:30 because we want to get out before the sun starts really beaming. And then after the ceremony is done, then you will go to wherever the site is on campus to pick up your degree. We just have to determine where that is that would be in close proximity to the stadium. But before you leave, you will be able to get your degree that same day, okay? Any questions? So, yes, okay. Yes, sir.
The question that I have is, what is the inclement weather plan?
The inclement weather plan is Eccles Hall. And we will go to a ticketed policy. So I will recap, because I said this at the beginning, but some came in late. The ceremony will be in the Dick Price Stadium. No tickets are required for the ceremony in Dick Price. If we have to make a rain call, that will be done at 6 o'clock in the morning, commencement morning. If that happens, you will have to use tickets. The number of tickets will be determined by the size of the graduation class. Probably about 6 tickets per graduate, because the capacity of Eccles Hall for the commencement setup is 3,600, okay? So that means at the rehearsal on Friday, which is a mandatory commencement rehearsal, on Friday, you will receive your rain tickets. So that's why it's important for you to come to the rehearsal on Friday. You will receive your rain tickets at the rehearsal, which will be, we'll say for sake of argument, 6 tickets. You will then need to distribute to whomever your 6 VIP folks are, and a ticket is required for children who are 2 years old and over, okay? Because if they're occupying a seat, they must have a ticket. 2 years old and over for the ceremony. And they are included in that 6. And we will make that decision on 6 o'clock commencement morning, because we want to be able for you to have as many people as you need to come to your ceremony as possible. Because the capacity for Eccles is 32,000. I mean, not Eccles. The stadium is 32,000, where it's 3,600 for commencement, because you can't use the floor. Okay? Any questions about that? Yes. Okay, thank you. If I make the call at 6, we will send out a campus announcement, like we do the campus alert system. You get that. All of our social media platforms, that's notified. The website is updated. The operator is updated. All of our communication boards, the marquee, the communications tower, everything says that. But the main thing is you should get a campus alert. That's number 1. And then the website and all of our other social media channels. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Right, so when picking up our degrees, will it be broken down by department, or will it?
Yes, by school?
Yes.
Yes, it will be by school. And the way we did it last time at the school, we had lines for each one of the schools, and then we worked the line that way by department. Yes. Any other questions? Because I know we are almost time to go. There will be professional photographers on hand to take pictures of you as you cross the stage, as you're receiving your diploma cover, and there's another pose that is given after you cross the stage. They will contact you directly to provide you information on how to order your professional photos. And then please, please, please visit the commencement website, nsu.edu/commencement. That gives you everything we talked about today. Your commencement handbook is there. This PowerPoint is there. The link to watch this webinar again is there. Information about cap decorating is there. So that is a resource for you. Please read the commencement handbooklet. It gives you all the deadlines. It gives you all the fees. It gives you everything that happens day of. It gives you the rain plan. It gives you all of the timelines. Anything that you possibly need to know about commencement is provided for you. So please download it, print it off, review it so that you will be in the know. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Will there be somebody like, is this graduating class gonna have like senior ball or anything like that?
No, no senior ball. The only thing we have is the senior toast. Oh, you do have it? Okay, you will get that information. She asked about senior ball and all that. That will come from your class president, from the senior class. Kendra Batchelor is the president, but she's the vice president, so she can give you more information. Any other questions? Okay, thank you all for coming. And oh wait, the raffle, for those of you who have to leave, you can, but we'll do the raffle for those prizes.
All right, and then anyone, I know you guys may have a class, what we're gonna go over next, if you do wanna stay for it, but again, this information will be posted, is the Proud to Pay Legacy, so that's about another, maybe a minute. So if you have an extra minute, you wanna stay for this part for the alumni, session, but again, we will email out all the information, forms,